Hey guys, happy holidays. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful holiday season. If you're still celebrating, that's amazing. If you're wrapping things up, whatever it may be, I hope that you'll have a wonderful, wonderful time, a peaceful time. I know I did. So I want to see what is going to happen between now and New Year's. So today for me it is December 25th. It is Christmas Day. It is almost over. Definitely blessed this year. And I hope you were too. So my God, my angels, I am open to receiving messages for the collective, for their highest good, and only their highest good. I do not allow anything evil or negative in whatsoever. What is it that the collective needs to hear between now and the beginning of 2026? So basically between now and midnight of December 31st of 2025. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Queen of Swords. This is going to be, they're saying to let go, actually. So if you are feeling a little cold-hearted, if you are feeling a little bitter, it's time to leave all that behind in 2025. It sounds so cliche, I guess I should say, and very vague. And I guess I do apologize for that. I'm sure it'll get obviously more in depth. But I mean, everybody does typically say, you know, you got to let the past be in the past and it's time to move on, because it literally is only holding you back when everybody else, like, they're probably not even thinking about it. You know, time to move on. I've been seeing, they just showed me 1010 in my mind's eye, and I actually saw 1010 this morning and 1010 tonight. So I don't know if I'm having changes coming. You might be having changes coming, or not changes, but something new is coming in. Okay, well, let's take those three. Let's do it in order, though. It was the Six of Swords, leaving things behind. Thank you for the confirmation. Something, and that something new is coming in, and that, sorry, I have a pimple patch on. I don't know how to keep those things on. Whenever you put lotion on your face and then you try to put that on, they don't want to stay on. But anyway, the Six of Swords, you're going to be going into a new era for yourself. You're going to be going into something completely new for yourself, and not everybody's going to be able to go with you. So the Six of Swords is about on this new journey, on this new path, who are you really going to take with you? Who should you take with you, and who should you leave behind? Okay? With the Five of Pentacles, you're coming out of a hardship. Okay? You are traveling and trying to get out of this hardship, and that is going to be happening in 2026. And moving on from the bitterness and from the grief with the Five of Cups. 55, thank you again. Changes are coming. So it's time to let go of all the bitterness, the disappointment, the loss, the grief, the lack mindset with the Five of Pentacles going on. It's time to let all of it go and move into the new year like smooth sailing with the right people. Like if you haven't, so they're saying this too. If you have not dealt with that grief, if you have not dealt with that loss, if you have not dealt with the breakup, whatever it may be for you, you need to sit down with it between now and at midnight, December 31st, get it out of your system. Yes, so when people pass away, like, you don't just move on from that. Of course not. Those things take time. But at the same time, yes, we are going to miss them. If this is for someone specific, if you have lost someone recently, or maybe not even recently, if you're still just grieving someone that you have lost, and I have definitely lost some people that, specifically one person that I was absolutely dear to, they were dear to me, my everything. And, you know, you can't go back in time, right? You can't save them. You can't keep them alive. It is what it is. And they really are in a better place. And at the end of the day, that's also their choice. And I guess it's according to whatever your beliefs are, but I absolutely 100% know that my person's in a better place. At least they're not down here dealing with all of this. You know, they're not going to get sick. They're not going to die from that. They're not in any pain anymore. They're not, you know, whatever it may be, you know, they're being taken care of, and they're watching over you. They're watching over me. Okay, so that's my beliefs. And hopefully that is how you also believe. And you're going to have to, they're going to be around you regardless. And they are going to send you messages when the time comes. If it's more recent, you're going to have to give them time to get acclimated to where they're at, in order for them to start coming around and giving you messages, if they need to come around and give you messages. But what they're saying is that it's okay to let that go. Like, you don't have to hold on to that pain yourself. Yes, miss them. Send them the love. But don't sit there and stay in your grief too long. Okay, so they're saying between now and December 31st, feel all that you need to feel. Process it. That way going into 2026, you're not in such like a cloud over your head a little bit, maybe even a little bit on the depressed side, because no one that you loved and that loved you would ever want you to be feeling that way, ever. That's not real love. That's not real commitment. That's not a true relationship. That's just not true love. Okay, so I mean, they're saying it is what it is, but that's harsh for me to say when it comes to something like that. But, I mean, at the same time, it is, right? We can't change it. And would we even want to change it? You know, it's not for us to decide when it's time for someone to go. So, yeah. So getting off of that, that was a long, specific message for someone. Once you do that, karmic cycles are going to be ending for you. Toxic cycles are going to be ending for you. And then destiny is truly coming in. More opportunities are coming in. Luck is coming in. All the good that you have put out is about to come back to you and come back to you twofold. Okay? But go ahead and leave what you need to behind. That doesn't mean you're leaving, you know, especially the people that passed away that you love. You never fully leave them behind, and they don't leave you behind. They're just in a different place. They're, you know, they are, could be just on a different plane where we don't see them, but they might come in our dreams, you know, but we will see them again. If we're meant to see them again, we will see them again. But as far as like actual physical people that, you know, they're not maturing, they're not growing, they're kind of stuck. They're, you know, they're not trying to change whatsoever, and they're content within their ways, but you are trying to change. You're trying to get somewhere. You want to be more successful. You want to make more money. You're going to have to start kind of weeding people out and figuring out who is going to go with you into the future. Oh, and Wheel of Fortune is the number 10. So that's another confirmation for me for 1010. And I am going to go into a part 2, but they have a lot to say. I guess because I haven't done this in a couple of days. But it's also, you know, a very specific message from here until, you know, midnight of December 31st. They are saying, because they want to make sure that I'm conveying this message properly, they are saying, let your heart break, grieve what you need to grieve. Because they're not saying, oh, don't do that. It is what it is. Why are you feeling that way? You know that they're in a better place. But that is true. If you do have your beliefs, especially if you are on the Christian side, then you believe in God and heaven and your angels and things like that, and that they're going to be taken care of. So yes, you might miss them here. Oh, and it's 10:55 on the timer right now. So new beginnings and changes are coming. That's crazy. 10:55. Okay, 9:55. on the timer. So 10:55 is the actual time, 9:55